Welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage? It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians and we find out if they're good to be classy or if they're just a big old piece of trash. I'm your host, Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in a new edition. She's in the garage doing a little chest press over out there, working with the dumbbells.
Good for her.
225 this broad. She's pretty strong, scrappy. My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage? He is an international businessman and my best pal in the whole wide world. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are
True to Riff.
cooking. Obviously, I can't do this with him staring at me. Obviously, the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/RUGarbage Gang. Check it out. It's a party.
And how about a nice shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the old magic man. Makes us all look good. Works the ones, the twos, the threes, and the fours. He crosses the T's and he dots the I's. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins. Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up,
Hey,
T-Bone?
pal.
I'm stoked, man. Break out a Girls Gone Wild commercial. Take me back, baby. This has got a legend in here.
Gang, the long hair ain't lying because we couldn't be more excited to have our incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. He is a legendary stand-up comedian, actor, and writer, and you might have seen him in, but not limited to. Sit back, folks, because he's got a laundry list of credits. You got Louie, you got Teacher's Lounge, Trainwreck, The Jim Gaffigan Show, Bob's Burgers, Difficult People, I Feel Pretty, The Simpsons, Bumping Mics, Crashing, Bupkis, Life of Beth, HBO Comedy Half Hour, Late Show with David Letterman, Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn, Insomniac with David Tell, 40 episodes of that, Arrested Development, you got Comedy Central Presents, Heckler, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Tosh.0, WTF with Mark Maron, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Dave's Old Porn, 16 episodes of that, Carson Daly, you got The Jim Norton Show, The Daily Show, 19 episodes of that, you got Cop Show, The Joe Rogan Experience, Jimmy Kimmel, Something's Burning, Lights Out with David Spade, Friends Who Kill, and Conan. He also wrote 20 episodes of Saturday Night Live and 16 episodes of The Jon Stewart Show and many, many more, and also has multiple stand-up specials and albums out right now. You got Your Mouse Not Pregnant, Captain Miserable, Road Work, Skanks for the Memories, Insomniac Tour, and he's got a brand new special out right now over there on Netflix, so you got to check out Hot Cross Buns. Give it up for the one and the only Mr. David Tell, everybody. How about that? Look at that.
You ain't lying, buddy.
I told you it's a big one.
You did it all. Wow.
I left off Caroline's Comedy Hour.
Oh, please. No.
I figure you would open with that.
Honestly, man.
Buddy,
What a body of work.
It's all boiled down to a ripped piece of
really
ripped piece
sad.
of loose leaf.
Well, thanks for having me on. I got to say one thing. I've done a lot of pods or podcasts, whatever you call it, but this is the one I've been wanting to do.
Thank you.
So it's great to be here at Tootie's. Is that what?
Yeah,
is that what this is
Tootie's.
called?
Yeah,
there we go. The Ready Room. I like that's what I got a bar over there. You got a couple of gumball machines and whatnot. It's kind of a real Make-A-Wish in here. Anything goes. Anything goes here.
a real fat kids make a wish.
Which reminds me, when I did Difficult People, I'll keep referencing the shitty credits I have there.
That's a good show. I was
on the
that show.
A-list, we used to say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Give us the backstory. What's the origin story of David Tell? A little bit of a mystery surrounding you.
I don't know. I think, well, let's face it. I mean, I'm an old man. This is not, it's not the lighting or anything like that, but I am an old man. All right. Let me
not the
earn
lighting
it.
or the three
guys,
hats.
Guys, let me earn it. No, I did this Philly style. Come on, man. You haven't seen this in front of Pat's or Geno's? Oh, I didn't bring my squeegee. Anyway, I'm from Long Island, and I've been doing comedy now 37 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's why this new special, Hot Cross Buns, 37 minutes.
Yeah?
1 minute
For every
each
hour?
Yeah,
Or
for every year. There you go.
I love it.
And I started out local scene, of course, and I know you guys are new to the New York scene, so how are you finding it? You liking it?
Yeah, we love it, man.
Yeah,
we
it's
love
been
it.
great. We've been here for about 10 years, actually.
Okay,
So
well.
slugging it out for a long time.
That's all right, guys.
Yeah. And,
Once you get on my radar, you're here. All right?
We're in, baby.
Yeah, that's right. You're
All
on
the hot coffee and prunes we can ask for.
There you go, bud.
You have one
You're
of-
on the winning team now.
You have one of my very early New York comedy memories. We were standing out front of the Village Lantern down there.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Bleecker
that's
Street.
right.
right? We were barking, waiting for the show to get off, and you walked by and you said, "Toe the line, boys, hold the line."
That was grooming. By the way. That was not comedy knowledge or anything.
He also gave me a.
Did I?
Hey, sugar tits.
Well, I will say this is that I've been doing comedy mostly on the road because I'm a road comic, club comic. But I didn't think this comedy boom would go so long. I mean, like when I started, it was kind of the comedy bust. It was the Dust Bowl times, so it was really kind of it was kind of bleak.
Yeah,
and it was not a big deal, but now I think it's off to the races.
Yeah,
right?
It's bigger than it's ever been. It's crazy. Yeah,
it is really big, and I was stupid to put all that effort into juggling. I figured it would be what's the next art form that needs some attention.
It's not the fire sticks we're going to take off.
Something fire sticks, maybe even ventriloquism might come back. I don't know. But I've been doing it for a long time, and you guys have seen what I do. It's not just like dumb jokes, basically. And,
one of the best, baby.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And in this world where everybody is a critic, I of course have the filter up a bit, but back in the day, in the roaring 90s, pretty much anything went.
Sure,
and,
it was lawless.
It was a good time, and I could totally see why, people are the way things are now, but it was definitely more fun back then.
Of course. Yeah.
Understandable.
It was more raucous.
Raucous, baudy,
Dave, take us back a little bit further. Mom and dad, brothers, sisters, what are we talking about here? Where in Long Island?
All of the pronouns.
Okay.
All in one house.
They, them.
I'm from originally South Shore, Long Island, and I grew up in a family business, which is, I don't know if you guys are into bridal, but my dad had a bridal shop. I worked there.
Okay.
My mom worked there.
Wow.
At one point, all of my brothers worked there. My grandpa worked there. At one point, my grandpa worked for me because I was head of shipping and receiving.
Okay.
And he worked for me. So at that point, he was in his 80s, and I was 17. So it was really a weird thing. And I sold shoes and tuxes, for weddings and stuff like that. And, as a boy, of course, being close to all of that femininity.
Sure.
I mean, really, you had to fight the urge, jumping teams. But I was going to say, at night I would clean the store. It was just me and the mannequins.
All right, fair enough.
At what age did you start working? Was it young?
Oh, yeah, around 16.
And
Yeah,
your dad opened the store out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had
busy,
our own
I
business.
assume?
No, it actually fell apart when we lost our house. So it's like one of those stories. But
Thanks for bringing that up, fatty.
no, I don't mind. I don't mind getting into it. The guy put everything he had into it, and that's just sometimes how it goes. But I will say one thing is that it did help me learn to talk to people,
Sure.
that kind of thing, and having to deal with like these crazy brides, the bridezillas and all that kind of stuff, and also the guys with the tuxes, when it would go out, it would look totally different when it came back.
Sure. Yeah.
Like covered in puke and other
blood
fluids.
and stuff.
We're talking what, early 80s? When are you working
I would
there?
say early 80s, and then then
a
I
Long
went
Island
to
wedding.
college. I went to NYU.
Did you?
Did you really?
I didn't
did.
know that.
I just really wanted out of the house. I was a terrible student, but
What'd you major in?
protesting. They had 3 majors back then. No, film and television.
Okay.
And it's funny because the cellar is right by there.
Yeah.
So when I see these kids walking around in their bubble, and I was never like those kids because, once I went to go see stand-up, I really was like, oh, man, this is so cool. But I didn't think I could do it, or I didn't think I was going to do it or anything like that. And then I kind of jumped into it, like open mic style. And, but the cellar was right there. So I would go see Alan Havey and Colin Quinn.
Sure.
And there were so many great legends of comedy that were working at that point. But comedy itself was kind of bleak. And, by the time I got into it, it was pretty much death. And I used to work at the old original Improv in Midtown. And that was run by Silver Saunders Friedman, who was Bud Friedman's ex-wife. And I'm sure the comedy fans out there know this, but there was a divorce. Bud went west, and Silver kept the New York club.
Yeah.
And Bud's club went on to great success, and the New York one was pretty much
Turned into a pizza
it
shop.
flamed
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
It really flamed out. But that's a place where I learned a lot about what not to do in comedy. Pretty much where you guys will get this, where there's a lot of guys who were pretty much waiting on a sitcom, so they didn't put much work into their act. So they go up there, do the same set, and then get drunk and high.
Yeah.
And I always said to myself, since I work in the door, I'm like, if I ever get that stage time, I'm gonna like do something new.
Yeah.
So that's what I always said to myself, and I try and like live by that creed, I guess. But that's where I saw Bill Hicks for the first time, and all these different people. And then back in the day, there were clubs that you probably wouldn't realize, but like stand up in New York was rocking.
I remember even
took
when
me years to get in there.
Yeah,
years.
Yeah, even when we moved here, it was the stand up New York was the place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I don't know what it is now, a paint store or something, but it's still out there. And what was some of the other ones there? Like the Comedy Store. I never got in there. It took a long time to get in there. I was working the other club with Rick Newman. I'm losing the name now because I'm old, but Catch a Rising Star, which was like another one. That's where like Adam Sandler and all those guys would play, and I would watch them, and I was like, this is so cool. But at that point, all these clubs were slowly on the downtrend. So I guess the one that you guys also would know is Caroline's. Is just how big Caroline's was. So that was a big pop for me when I finally got to play all these clubs and I was a regular. But it was definitely it wasn't like a straight path to the middle.
Was this in college you started?
No, after college. I had jobs and I thought I was going to join the Navy. I was going to do a lot of different things. But I never committed to comedy until I'd say my late 20s, where it's like I did it every night. I did every open mic you could. I would go to work. I lived in Brooklyn. I would come back in the city. I would, do my open mics and I'd go back. So it's like one of those kind of things for years and years and years. But I never thought this would be my job. I thought eventually I would have to, get another job.
Of course.
And back then it was a different type of comedy. There was no spectrum. There was just, odd people. And, to be honest, it was a lot more fun. I think that the guys that I started with, a lot of them went on to great success. Some of them are still doing comedy. Some of them have moved on to movies and television and all that kind of stuff. But at the very beginning of it, it was just like, just trying to be as funny as you can. And sure, it's very political getting these clubs and all that kind of stuff. But the whole idea was I sucked for a long time. So it was really cool that I was able to do it kind of under the radar, not like now where people kind of immediately their first set is right up on TikTok.
Yeah.
So no stand-up in college. You finished college. And going back a little bit, you guys were in a single-family home growing up?
Yeah, it's a single-family home.
Okay.
Is this some kind of inquisition here? Yeah. A single-family home. They lost their home.
This is what the show is.
They lost their home, and then they were living in a place. And when my dad died, I had to immediately get my mom out of that place. So I moved an entire house in 6 days, with a U-Haul and everything like that. And it really beat me up. It just my body fell apart and everything like that. But I totally got her into a new house, and now my mom has dementia, so I didn't know she played football. But sorry, it's one of my jokes. I figured I'd lighten the load a little bit here
with the CTE material.
Yeah, but anyway, she's doing the best she can. She's a great lady. She deserves everyone with your older parents out there. And I know you got a young audience, correct?
No, it was all older.
I thought it was just more Nickelodeon here. Okay, so
we're big with the teens.
I feel for you. Anybody who wants to take care of an old person at home, I feel for you because that really is a job. You don't get enough credit, and let's face it, you're not gonna. It's definitely you're an angel. Okay.
Yeah,
So
my dad passed of dementia a couple years ago.
He passed from it.
Yeah, he passed from it. He had Lewy body's disease.
What?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah.
What is that one?
What is
Every day's
that
a
one?
different one.
It's like a form of dementia.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
maybe he thought he was Louis or something.
I mean, Louis' body disease.
Yeah.
Just eating pizza, walking around the village.
Well, that's tough, buddy. I feel for you.
Thanks, pal. What were the vacations like as a kid?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because my parents were good to us. I think I actually was spoiled personally because now I see these other kids and what they have to go through. But we'd go to Florida. We did a lot of camping. I don't know why we were always doing this camping all the time.
Really?
But we were camping, and then I remember we had a big trip to Canada one time. But it was one of their big holidays, so we couldn't get a hotel. So my dad was driving us for hours and hours, between Montreal and some other place, and trying to find a hotel. And it was one of those things, we live in our car. We're a family.
Sure.
Will we ever find a place to lay our heads?
He's
So
already writing the treatment.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then we went West Coast one time. So, yeah, they always took very good care of me. My dad was cool that way. Even though the guy worked constantly, always like, we did that kind of stuff. So they were good that way.
So you had your passport young. When did you get your
Are
passport?
you trying to ask? Yes, I'm Jewish. All right, just get to it, buddy. Don't dance around it. I'm a member of the tribe. Yeah, I had no. Did I have a passport young? No, I had a pool pass. I didn't have a passport. It's not like today's kids where they're flying around the world. We were like, whoa, holy, we're going out.
Were you driving to Florida or flying to Florida?
I actually drove down one time with my dad to deliver a car. That was like a big, like, I'm 16, and I wanted to be on my own. Like, I'm like, hey, why don't you rest in the hotel? I'm going to go out and, like, try and, score, like, do something.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, we flew down there, so I was on an airplane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How old were you when you first learned to fly?
When I first learned to fly.
When you learned about flying.
I was probably like 5 or 6. We went to Florida as well, but then it was like a stretch after. It was like 15 years or something after that
tough.
before I got back on.
My brother's a pilot. So
No
here you
shit.
go. What do you think of that?
That's pretty fucking badass.
He was the youngest pilot on Long Island. I think he was like 17 or something like that. Really young, yeah.
Does he
Going
still
out there.
fly?
Oh, yeah, he's a commercial pilot now.
No way.
No kidding.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
There you
And
go.
another factoid, my brother was an Eagle Scout. How about that? Yeah, that's like being a colonel in the Boy Scouts or something.
Colonel.
We go back and forth on the Boy Scouts and Eagle Scouts. You didn't participate?
Yeah, I was in the Scouts too.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I have plenty of material in my special. You can check it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Consummate pro over here.
It was a love-hate, if you will.
Sure.
But I think now would I have done the Scouts with all the digital gaming out there? Probably not. I know I wanted out early.
Sure.
I played the drums. How about you guys?
Really?
Music?
I tried the guitar and the bass for a while. Didn't
Really?
really pan out. Were you a good drummer?
No, I didn't think I was. And all my friends were drummers, so I'm like, what kind of band can we put together here? Of all
7 drummers? Yeah.
Yes.
Kibby, let's talk about Liquid IV, baby.
Shout out to Liquid IV.
As you know, Uncle Hank's been sicky for a couple of days, and Liquid IV is my best friend. It's not just for the gym. Could be if you're sicky. It could be if you went out last night, drank a bunch of beers, and you woke up and you were dehydrated.
Not you, though.
No, not me.
Nah, that wouldn't be something a guy of your stature would ever do.
Absolutely fantastic. Number one hydration system out there. Do yourself a favor. Get some Liquid IV.
Yeah, they have regular and sugar-free versions, both available in a bunch of delicious flavors. Like the big man said,
Yuzu pineapple.
instead of a little bit of hair to dog, I'm a Liquid IV man. You know what I mean? However you hydrate, grab your Liquid IV hydration multiplier, sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code garbage at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Superior Hydration today using promo code garbage at liquidiv.com. One more time, liquidiv.com, promo code garbage. Do it.
Do it. Gang, let's talk about Blue Chew.
Ooh, I'm trying to get hard right now.
Calling all you soft noodles out there.
Pew.
And let me tell you something. I'm not just a spokesman. I'm also a client. Gang, when you get older, you need a little help in the bedroom.
A little kick in the butt.
Right. And what are you going to do? You're going to go to a doctor? You're going to deal with this? You're going to deal with that? No. Get Blue Chew sent right to your door. Discreet packaging. No one's got to know that you're juicing.
Yeah, Blue Chew is done completely online. They send ED medicine straight to your door. You'll get a digital consultation with a physician, so, it's always
There you go.
easier to divulge when there's a screen between you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Blue Chew offers the same ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, all at a fraction of the cost. Get ready to save tons of money and have awesome sex. 2 things I'm known for, huh? All right. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it, baby. Grip it and rip it.
There you go.
And we've got a special deal for AYG listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code garbage at checkout. You're only paying $5 for shipping. That's it. $5 for shipping. You're hard for a month. That's BlueChew.com, promo code garbage to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details, important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this show.
Boy, yo, 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 yo. Boing. In Long Island, you had to know a shitload of guys that were in bands when you were in high
Everybody
school.
was in a band.
Yeah.
That's true. They were in a band or they sold paint. It was one of those things. No, they were a ton of really talented guys, and I was always like, so many bands started on Long Island, like Twisted Sister and all those different things. And there used to be a lot more places to hear a band on Long Island. Then it kind of fell apart. And
It was its own scene outside of New York, outside of the city, yeah.
I feel like, when I started, because I played Governors a lot when I started, and like Governors is kind of like my other home club. And I'm a Long Island guy too. So I grew up watching a lot of these Long Island legends like John Mulrooney. These guys were legendary comics. You know, they rocked the room and everything. And like that was talk about like terrifying is playing those Long Island crowds.
Yeah.
When you suck, you know,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
will tell you
They
right
don't-
away.
yeah, they don't-
There was
yeah.
no quiet nodding or like any of that kind of, you know. It was like you suck.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Old school style.
I was there on Friday. He ain't lying.
yeah, that kind of thing. And how the guy who started the heckle was probably the guy that the crowd would rather go see than anybody else. Like they were like, that guy was great. He made the show.
Yeah,
You know, that guy.
yeah. He made the show that much better by screaming out.
Any sports as a kid?
What's that?
Any sports?
No, I separated my shoulder doing judo though.
Okay.
And I think, you know, my mom was. She's pretty cool with letting us do whatever we wanted to do. Like when I was 17, me and my older brother, the guy's a pilot, we wanted to go parachuting. So we went to my mom and she just signed something. She goes, okay. And then we just went and we just did it. Like she let us drive. We were allowed to drive cars like when we were like 15. Like we were allowed to do pretty much anything. Like climbing telephone poles, you know, like we were boys, you know. There's
Sure.
like 3 boys and 1 girl in the family. So a lot of boy stuff, but not many sports. Like we were all kind of like wheezy, kind of, you know, sad. You know, I had like bronchitis growing up. So it was a lot of like, my mom was constantly making me drink the cold medicines, you know. And even at school, they thought I had like a problem because they're like, you know, this guy, like, what's wrong with him? And like, you know, he's kind of like dumb. And he's not getting. He's always disheveled looking.
So he's
I thought
drinking-
it would be like a house, like a family court kind of thing, you know, like
Yeah.
protective services kind of thing.
Always
Anyway.
drinking Robitussin.
But my mom was so cool. She'd always cover. She'd do all my homework and everything
No
like that.
shit.
Yeah. So I had like this great womanly handwriting.
Sure, yeah.
But in class, I was actually like dumb.
It was like, yeah.
No
I would
kidding.
say that I was not a school guy. I was not a sport guy. Very low self-esteem.
What was like the social? Were you just hanging out with
I had
your
a
friends,
group of
running
guys,
around?
you know, throwing frisbee around,
Yeah.
getting drunk in bushes.
Yeah.
Long Island, I think, is a lot like Philly, where like
Very, very
drinking
similar.
was very important to us.
Yep.
Drinking and driving was like an art form.
Yeah, it
You know,
still
it
is.
was not-
Still is in those places.
You know, this is the beginning of Taco Bell, so it really kind of fit in very well with our lifestyle. They could go out and have it. And there's the beach there, so we
Yeah.
went on the beach. But, you know, we weren't like cool. I mean, I would say
Just
like it was
hanging.
average guys,
Yeah.
you know.
Were you a Jones Beach guy? Is that where you
Yes.
would go and hang out?
Jones Beach. Now, I was wondering with Philly, you guys have to really put in a lot of effort to get to a beach,
Take it
correct?
down the shore.
yeah, we
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
down the shore, South Jersey.
And
Hour and a half.
would you get a house? Well, that's later, and when you get older, you get a house, right?
Yeah, you would get a house with. I mean, if your buddies. I did that one summer, but it was mostly like it would be like my mom and my aunt taking us down in like a motel room for
That
a couple,
sounds like
for,
a party.
for the weekend. Yeah, I mean it was.
Your mom and your aunt.
My mom and my aunt, they were both divorced, and there was like 7 kids between the two of them.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was like a flop house.
So what's the beach like down there?
It's the same as up here, I would say. It's not as up here. It's longer. I feel like.
Here?
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
I don't know. It really is. I was just out west. Do you know Louis Katz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great comic. So we were out, and he goes, I want to go see a tidal pool, which I thought was for something else he was talking about. Like, I want to go with you to a tidal pool.
If you got the
I'm like,
cash on you.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So we went, and like seeing the Pacific, like it's so beautiful.
Beautiful. The
It's
cliffs
not the
and
be-
stuff, yeah.
It's not the beach that I grew up with, the muddy kind of
The gray water of the Atlantic.
yeah, a haze coming off of it, you know, kind of like
always
a
cold.
stink,
Yeah.
you know.
But I always say, because, we've been moving around a little bit. There's something about that water, though, that is refreshing and is like it feels like our
What, the
home.
Atlantic.
Yeah, it's like our home soup. You know what I mean? Like the gray, cold water.
I think we found our next Aquaman right over here. Get him in the water.
Okay, dude. What was your personal first car that you got?
Wow, that's interesting. Personal one?
Like you and your brother share what your
No,
first?
no. We were always driving all these clunkers around. Like my family had a bunch of cars, so like they were like not cool cars or anything, like wagons and stuff like that. But I think the first one I personally had was a Datsun.
Okay.
And I guess the cool of that car was like it was already so messed up, you know, and it was so like there was nothing I could do to it, you know, and it
couldn't-
constantly
yeah.
getting banged around. And at that point, you know, I was like a comic and I would drive to the gig, so that was my selling point. Like I can drive to the
I
gig.
have a car. I can open. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very important in comedy is getting to the gig. So I remember like, you know, just like me and like, you know, like whatever, the girl, dating a girl and like we go this was in New York in the 90s, so, which is kind of a lot like now, but where you'd go for breakfast and then you come back and somebody stole your battery.
Sure.
But they'd be like sitting next to the cars trying to sell you the battery back. And I'd be like, I think that's my battery. And they'd be like, no, it isn't. I'm like, how interesting that my battery is stolen and there's a guy selling a battery right over here. It's like, so that kind of thing. And I remember one time my car got jacked, it got ripped off. And, I was like, oh, man. I can't believe it. What am I going to do? And then I got a call from the police, and they're like, we found your car. It's running, like just somewhere. It's running, and if you don't get here, we're going to tow it, and you're going to charge you. So they had hot-wired it to run, and then they just said, we're done with this dumb
just
car.
left it somewhere.
Yeah, so it was on me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Stick shift or automatic, that Datsun?
Stick.
Stick?
Yeah,
You
it
can
was a
drive
lot of
stick?
fun to drive.
Yeah.
So cross that one off.
There you go.
Stick. So I know how to drive a stick.
Do you remember your first concert? What was the first concert you went to?
Jeez, comedy concert or just regular
Regular
concert?
Yeah,
concert, music.
I don't know, probably like a Shana Na or something.
No
I
shit.
don't-
You went to see Bowser?
Yeah.
I used to love that show when I was
Did you
a
know
kid.
they were at Woodstock?
Yeah, I did know they were at Woodstock. I found that out not that long ago.
What would your reaction be if you saw them there?
I'd throwing eggs at him.
yeah,
I think
really.
if
Be
you were
like,
there.
whoa, what is
Yeah.
this? Because there's a lot of people who weren't in the movie. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different people in there, and like I guess they were one of the acts, a big act at the time, maybe.
They were a huge act at the time. I remember that show that they had on Friday nights or whatever it was unbelievable. I remember watching that. I remember watching Hee Haw and Dukes of Hazzard. We're all on like the same run. I feel
That
like.
Hee Haw, man, I liked it too.
There was a lot
I
going
really
on in that
did.
cornfield.
Whenever
Man. You
I don't know
remember
what the
this
fuck
thing?
you guys are talking about.
It was great. It was so. I think if we went back and watched those episodes, there's probably hidden messages that
Sure.
can predict our times that we are living now.
Picture like a country variety show.
Okay.
Yeah, with like musical acts and like a you can't do that on television kind of thing. You know what I'm talking
I don't know
about?
what you're talking about.
It was
I think
basically
you just
white.
referenced an older show.
It was a white show for whites,
Okay.
very white.
Okay.
It was a little southern.
Yeah.
It was.
Let's see. What were you talking about? Concerts.
Yeah.
But I remember going to see.
Anybody big that you saw?
Well, I saw Rodney Dangerfield at Westbury, and I thought that was awesome.
Okay.
And it was
That's
funny
cool.
because like it was me and like a extended group of guys to go see him, and how great he was. But the crowd, I think, there was a lot of people like writing his jokes down to use them again.
Yeah.
Like
They were all
in the
one-liners.
office,
Yeah.
like I'm going to show
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
So that was like, talk about annoying. Like you look over, there's a guy writing it down, but like so funny. I mean, like Westbury music, it's still like a legendary venue,
Yeah.
but I think it's a little worn, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I saw him there, and then at Jones Beach, there was always like some kind of show. I'm trying to think of who we saw.
Did you ever see Journey, Billy Joel, anybody like that
No,
coming up?
I never saw Billy Joel, but I did go to the. Remember Simon and Garfunkel in the park?
You were at that?
Yeah, during the looting, chain snatching attack.
In Central Park.
Yeah, I was there. We were all there, like eating grapes, trying to be very fancy, drinking wine.
Yeah.
and then it was just like mayhem.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
famous.
Like,
That was a free concert.
it was a free concert for sure. If you, oh my God, it was a race to the train station, back to Long Island where it's safe. This filthy, dirty city of ours.
You mentioned being Jewish. Do you remember what you pulled in for your bar mitzvah?
That's so funny because during the pandemic, when I had no money, and I never took any money from the government, all right? I want people to know that. I had to cash out my bonds, and I looked at those old bonds, and I was like, oh, my God, I wonder if they'll even take these things. And I brought them to the bank, and the guy goes, okay, half of these I don't even know how to do. Like this is like
Sir, this is a button.
This is like a treaty or something. Like I don't know
Do you
what.
have the Louisiana Purchase?
Yeah, it was like one of these something. I don't know who gave you. I'm like, it's like a relative gives it to you when you turn 13. He didn't even understand what he was talking about. But that I would
just
say,
imagine Dave
I would say
yelling
for
at a guy.
1979, I probably did all right. I probably pulled in like $2 or $3 grand,
That's
maybe
pretty
$5
good.
grand.
That's
you know?
pretty good.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
for
pretty good.
1979, that's pretty
That's
good.
great.
Yeah, we always say, being Catholic, we have communion and you don't get shit. And always jealous of our Jewish friends. Like when I was
clean up.
Yeah, in the late 80s, my boys were making like 20, 30 grand
Really?
at their,
wow.
yeah, all like my rich friends. Man, they were
But
really
did you go to
cleaning
their
up.
bar mitzvahs and stuff?
Yeah, they were unbelievable.
And
Like a
you
Russian
know,
wedding.
you know, it's really this is just so full circle because I used to be when I was in college. You know, I had to have a job, and I used to be an assistant to the wedding photographer who would do the videotaping and all that kind of stuff. So we would do all these crazy weddings, all these different all those different kind of things. You know, this was before people could just videotape it themselves.
Right.
You know. So that was really funny to see, like, the Russian wedding, the mixed marriage, that was a big deal back then. So,
Yeah, Russian weddings, all right.
Yeah, they partied.
actually, it's really the like the Persian wedding. It's like out of control.
Go all out.
Oh, yeah, that
all
makes
up
sense.
there.
Yeah, that one dude just spent $6 million. The Indian guy just spent $6 million to get Rihanna at the wedding.
Uh-huh.
How awesome is that?
Doing all right.
And these kids in their bar mitzvahs now, they also get like, big names. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. The Bonds thing is funny, man. You still where
Thank
did
you.
where did you have them?
What?
Where did you have the bonds? Were they in the bank?
No, in my house.
Holy
My
shit.
brother had sent them to me, and also some old stocks too. Like bad stocks, like Elron kind of stuff. We were cleaning out the house, that kind of thing.
Sure, sure.
But that pandemic, am I right, guys? Wow.
Yeah, it was a rough go.
It was really, it was tough because, taking care of my mom and everything like that, I couldn't really go into the house, so I would leave food out there and wear a mask and everything like that. And like that was really the hardest part of it. But it was also just the whole fact of like, this woman barely knows who I am now because of her condition. But just seeing this ugly face with a mask
Yeah.
on and peering at her,
Giving you food.
how's she doing?
I wouldn't eat anything that
Yeah.
guy gave to me.
Yeah.
He's got 3 hats on.
Back then I was down to 2 hats. That's my name, Davy Two Hats.
Old Davy Two Hats.
Old Davy Two Hats.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Pretty good.
Am I doing all right?
You're doing all right.
You're doing
Nice.
all right
You're
so
doing all
far.
right.
Have you ever skied in jeans?
Have I ever skied in jeans?
Have you ever skied?
Well, my dad worked for a sporting goods store before he had his store, so he would bring home all this different equipment, and we did go skiing
No
or
shit.
cross country skiing. We did
Cross
that,
country?
which is the
Cross-country
most
skiing?
unfun.
Oh, that's got to be brutal.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That sucks.
Yeah. No, we would. I'm not really out like that kind of a guy.
Out-
Like
okay.
I don't. We had Long Island, like so it's like lacrosse, and then all the regular sports and stuff like that. But we were more than happy just like
Chilling.
no,
Killing
like,
time.
No, like chasing each other around with nail guns and that, make up your own
good
fun.
stuff.
What are you, in the wire?
Yeah, we just like had fun that way, fire, like
Yeah, no.
terrible
same thing.
fires,
Yeah, same
like
thing.
throwing a water balloon in a barbecue.
Did you guys have a tree fort at the house growing up? You ever build a tree fort?
I apologize on his behalf. Dude.
No, we had things
You
like
had the nail
sheds,
There's 4 guys smoking weed in a shed next to a.
So you would do that in Philly? You had a tree fort?
In the suburbs, yeah.
In the burbs, you
Back
would.
in the day?
It was mainly a place to just kind of go smoke cigarettes.
Look at
or,
nudie mags.
Or weed.
Yeah,
or drink
well, now
beers.
you're talking.
Yeah.
A nudie mag. Yes. Got a little salacious here. A tree fort. No, we would do ice forts and like make ramps so we could jump them and everything like that. Yeah.
Okay. You remember what your bike was as a kid? What you were riding on? Huffy?
I don't. I actually don't. I hope this doesn't put me on that. Am I going to get into Harvard or no? What's happening? No, I don't know, man. What kind of bike did you guys have?
I had a Huffy.
Yeah. I had a Schwinn, I think.
Yeah.
For a while. Yeah. Back when they were.
Did you deliver papers?
No, I always wanted to. I just but those are.
Well, it's never too late.
Get you in the program, Kippy.
Get my act.
Everyone
together.
loves an older paper boy. Everybody loves that.
Yeah,
Here
balding
you go,
paper.
Petey.
I did it for a minute, but I would just hide the papers in my parents' garage. But then eventually what happened is these older fat guys took over the business.
Yeah.
They would go around in their cars and they would just whip
Yes.
them out of their cars and put us kids out of business.
I kind of like that too. The older guy would just whip him out of his car.
Yeah.
4 in the morning.
Some
Station
slob just
wagon,
coming
yeah.
by,
That's sad.
whipping it out.
Taking a kid's job. Go ahead.
Son of a bitch.
But we had so many other gigs that we would do. So many other, weird jobs, shoveling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Did you pack a lunch when you went to school, or did you buy school lunch?
I think my mom packed a lunch for us. And then when it was not cool to do that, we would have a school lunch, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not really, to this day, like, I don't really like eating that much during the day. I'm a night guy. Like,
No
I
kidding.
was always a night guy. Even, like, I did that in Insomniac. So I was like, how do you say it? It's like, even as a kid, I would stay up really late. Like, it would just be me and my mom, like, just watching TV at, like, 2, 3 in the morning. And
No
she'd be like,
way.
you should be in bed. And I'd be like, I can't really sleep or anything. I had bunk beds. Did you have bunk beds?
Yeah, bunk bed kids, yeah.
The worst, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
This was as a kid. Were you in high school? Were you in grade school?
Well, we had them like for from like little to like
No, I meant to staying up till 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah, little from little. Yeah,
No
I was a
shit.
terrible sleeper. Yeah,
Huh.
Terrible sleeper.
Like, what time do you? What time is the first time you eat now? Like, did you have breakfast this morning?
No.
No
I usually try and eat something light, and then like after the shows, like let's say I get done at 1, then I want to eat something, which is the worst thing to do.
What are you going? Are you going out? You going somewhere to get food?
Maybe
to
I'll get it,
delivered?
but usually like on the road because you eat so much road food.
course.
I'm like, oh, I better have like a salad or something like that. But forget it. I have a terrible diet.
Yeah,
I
it's-
only eat like 5 things, so that's really what it is. Like
I'm
I'm
the
not a
same
fish
way.
guy. Are you guys fish guys?
No.
Yeah.
I figured. Yeah.
I'm a burger, chicken fingers
Yeah.
type guy.
But Philly has some great food. I
They
mean, like
do.
that's the one thing you can say about that town. From the Italian food to everything is really good. Even like I remember we were down there playing Helium,
Love
which is a great
Helium.
club.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out
like
to
there
it.
was nothing open to get to eat, but there was this Chinese delivery place. It was like some of the best Chinese food I've ever had. So
What's your
How
Chinese order? What's your go-to?
I don't know, man. Have you ever tried this dating, like where you just keep asking questions like that? I like to get a couple of egg rolls. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Gentlemen.
And then I'll do some fried dumplings,
Okay.
a chicken broccoli, maybe some
Okay.
cold noodles, and then I haven't done the soups in a while. But the good thing is my mom also likes, so I'll get it for her and the women that we have taking care of her. So you get a bunch of food.
Sure.
And then you can always eat it a couple days later. Why
the
wouldn't
best.
you? Yeah.
It's the best.
And they give you the fortune cookie.
Love the fortune
Do you
cookies.
open it when
crucial.
you're alone? Because I don't.
I'm real superstitious about them, to be honest with you.
I agree with you.
I
on
have
that.
to-
Never like bad news.
I have to open it and I have to eat the cookie in order to read it, and then usually sounds crazy, but I'll keep it in my wallet for a couple of days if it's something that hits me.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Then eventually throw it out. But
Wow. Well, how about this? You take the fortune, right? And we used to do this and put it on our forehead, and the other person would read it. That's funny. You don't know if they're telling you the truth or not. You can do it if you guys want to.
pretty good. Lie to each other. You got 48 hours to live it down.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Huh.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, the Chinese food, that was a real, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What about Mexican food? Do you eat that?
Of course.
Nice.
Dude. Huge
You?
burrito
What are
guy.
the 5 things that you eat, you said?
I try and eat,
you got
first-
Chinese.
I like that. I like any type of burger.
Love
Chicken, of course, is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I like, right next to the cellar, Mamoons,
course.
good Mid-Eastern stuff. So I box the compass. I go around the world a
You
little
go
bit.
falafel at Mamoon's?
I do the falafel. They got a great kebab over there as well. And, what I was going to say, I'll do some deli. I see you guys as German deli. Do you like German deli? A nice bratwurst.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I like the Jewish deli,
Of
like
course.
the corned beef.
I mean, in
lean.
New York, that's
I'm a
the-
Sarge's man.
Yeah, I like
Over all of
Sarge's
them.
as well.
Sarge's is my favorite.
Well, let me tell you a little story about Sarge's.
Hit me.
You might want to change tape. I've had multiple birthdays there. I've met people there. It was a very important place to us. Like, I knew the staff really well. Then the pandemic hit. And this place used to be 24 hours. It was
Yeah.
like a lot of characters in there, like incredible fun, times. And now it's open to like 10 o'clock, if that. And it's talk about like expensive, man. Like the price is school.
It's expensive, yeah.
But it's a great spot. I
Yeah.
love it. There's other places that are equal, if not, whatever. But that was definitely a great hang after the show.
So we were just talking about this with somebody the other day. Some places are starting to come back because everything, it seems like since the pandemic, it's like nothing's open late. There's nowhere to get anything to
became
eat.
a shell of itself.
Yeah, Veselka
Yes.
is going to start to going back to 24 hours again,
Awesome.
which is exciting.
That'll show that Putin.
Take that.
That's good. That was another place after the shows we would go there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Veselka's great.
Incredible.
And then, of course, Wohop.
Love Wohop.
Love it.
Down in Chinatown, they also didn't go to 24 hours.
Oh, I haven't been in a while.
Yeah, no, they had to cut back on their hours,
Wow.
so that's
Didn't
pretty
know that.
weird.
The best crispy noodles in the city.
Yeah,
when
well,
they hit the table, that and the duck sauce and the hot mustard.
But there has to be other places the younger kids probably know, like the new,
Sure.
kid of like late night hangs and all that kind of stuff.
Do you go to Minetta at all?
Minetta Tavern?
Yeah.
We used to go there. I knew it more as a party place, but then it became this kind of like 5-star dining place.
Yeah, it's good.
But it was always like a fancy, like you want to impress a lady kind
Mm-hmm.
of place. But I remember it more as a bar. But it was always like D-level models and like wannabe actor types, and then us loser comics coming in and out. But now it's like almost like you have to like
It's exclusive.
Yeah,
It's like the
our place.
Oscars in
Yeah.
there.
Kid, let's talk about Mac Weldon, baby.
Shout out to the Mac Attack.
Gang, I'm sure you've been told that you can't have it all, but let me tell you something. With Mac Weldon, you can have it all. Say goodbye to starchy Oxfords and stiff chinos. Mac Weldon makes clothes out of performance fabrics.
Woo-wee. They got air knit fabric. It's an ultra light, anti-swap, no stink, which the big man could use.
Real
huh?
nice.
K-Puts. It's fantastic. They got a bunch of great clothes. It's one of those websites that I use where I'm like, I need good-looking clothes that I don't want to spend $1 bajillion on, but I can. If I got an event I got to go to, I got a funeral, I got a this, I got a that, I got to throw in a pair of nice chinos,
Court appearance.
and then trying to get my kids back. Becky, call me. Mac Weldon lets you look incredible without seeming like they're trying too hard. Everything is also really easy to take care of at home, so you're going to save a ton of money at the laundromat and dry cleaning.
There you go.
Stock up on all your wardrobe classics and get ready to be the most stylish and comfortable guy at the office. If you work an office job, Mac Weldon is a home run for that. You get timeless looks with modern comfort from Mac Weldon. Go to MacWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order with the promo code GARBAGE.
There you go.
20% off your first order, baby. That ain't nothing to shake a stick at. That's Mac Weldon, MacWeldon.com. Promo code GARBAGE. Do it. Now back to the show.
Back to the show.
At any of the places that you go, are you able to be like, I'll have the usual? Or you have a regular order anywhere that they know?
Well, there was a great diner on 14th Street, and it was called the Good Time Diner, and that closed. But they knew me there. They used to bet on me coming in and everything. Like, oh, he's coming, and it would always just be me and the comics I brought, or the whatever we, had like a little party there or something, and like I would, tip them everybody out, and they loved it. They were so great. They're so great to us, and they went down too. So that was like somebody should do that, like at the Oscars where they do the like gone but not
All the fallen diners.
all the great diner
Well, it's,
places.
we're a big, obviously as comics, diner hang in New York is the go-to after spot hang, and they're disappearing left and right, and it's getting so expensive.
On Long Island, I grew up in the diner world, and I think Jersey, especially South Jersey and all
Yeah.
that stuff, their diners blow us away. I mean, they still have some ones that are way better
Sure.
than what
Some of the
what
classic
I'm used to,
ones, yeah.
But I love a good diner. I do.
The
Are
best.
you cooking anything at home? Are you making any food at home? You
I'm a
keep any-
soup man. I do a soup, and then mostly just sandwiches.
You'll make it. You'll make the soup.
No, I won't make the soup.
You'll buy like a container at the store.
Now that to me is that's a different type of sad, where you make a soup for yourself.
That's a long time to. That's a lot
really-
of self-reflection.
That's a lot of holding a knife and thinking.
Waiting for your stock to get
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Are you a canned soup man or a powdered soup man?
I do the powder, but I would say during the pandemic, I stocked up on a lot of, prep food.
Okay.
Yeah,
in
you
case
used
of
all that bond money.
Yeah. I still to this day have like a lot of granola bars, all these different things that, in case things go down.
Sure.
But I would say the can is the way to go. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. For me, for
What
my
are you,
for my
what are
bang
you,
for
you
my
talking
buck.
about? A can of Campbell's, tomato, chicken noodle, cream of mushroom? What are we talking about here?
I mean,
There's
honestly,
a big difference.
You really, you just hit all the.
These are the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, this is
Dave.
what we do.
I'm totally with you on this because, I don't know, like, what's the other one? I guess
Chunky? You doing
Campbell's
chunky?
Campbell's is the one I grew up on. I
Yeah.
would say, but I do like
Progresso is very popular.
Yeah, but I felt that was culturally not my thing. I wasn't raised that way.
Sure.
Progresso. you know.
Culturally not.
But my mom would make matzo ball soup, so like that was like, oh, that has to be homemade. And then, for me, like with just the powders, I like doing that.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite matzo ball soup in the city?
I would say what we said. The Paselka does a good one.
Okay.
And Sarge's as well. Sarge is actually really good.
Sure.
Do you have and the same thing of a local diner where you can ask for the usual or your regular? What's your bodega situation now?
Interesting.
Are you going every day? Do they know you? Do you switch it up? 'Cause that's a very New York thing, and you are a very New York comedian.
All right. Relax. But I would
I
say.
can't get a fucking read on this.
I
guy.
know the things he gets
I
mad.
don't know. I thought you guys had me against the wall with the soup choices, but this bodega thing.
Now we're really turning the screws to you,
Yeah.
pal. Getting pretty hot under these lights, huh, big guy?
Well, first of all, the one thing I will say about Philly is nothing beats a Wawa.
Love a Wawa.
So you guys must laugh your asses off whenever you walk into what we consider like, a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven in New York.
Sure.
It's like
That's like
fucking,
as good as it gets.
it's like Iraq. Yeah, they're crazy.
The one by the cellar.
The one across the no, it's not. Oh yeah, dude.
No, the
I
one
won't
by
even use the ATM in there. There's a guy just waiting with a knife on the way out.
the one by the haunted McDonald's. That one is
Yeah.
like that's a fight club.
It's crazy.
It's a fight club.
And it's like it's like one way in, one way out. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
you got to walk by every monster in line.
It's always like it was like. Have you ever wanted to be on a submarine and also be able to buy Snickers
and chili cheese.
Yeah, because you got to do that. Make a hole.
Yeah.
The guy comes right through.
Yeah.
But I would say bodega-wise, it's all about buying cigarettes. And
I'm the same. Yeah.
And the same thing in Philly, because you guys have really expensive cigarettes,
Yeah.
right? We in New York.
Yeah.
New York,
now
they're
now
more
it's
in New York.
$19 a pack.
Crazy.
So there you go. It's $19 a pack. And it's only a matter of time until they put a surge price on cigarettes. Like, they're more expensive on the weekends because that's when people smoke.
Sure.
And like, okay, it's June, so menthol is double the price. Like that kind of a thing.
Were you ever a carton man? Do you ever pick up cartons?
I love it.
You do.
When I go on the road with like Ian Fidance,
Sure.
he's always saying we should get a couple of cartons and bring them back. That's his kind of like of mice and men thing.
He wants to- he
just
wa-
live off the winnings of the carton sales.
He wants to sell them though.
He
Yeah.
does. Well, he's Delaware,
Yeah.
born and bred.
Duty
Carton
free.
of smokes down there. You're a big time. You're a big man.
The goddamn mayor.
You're moving and shaking.
But I would say that I smoke these American spirits, but I didn't start out smoking those. I smoked the Reds and all that other stuff. But I was like, man, cigarettes are so expensive, and I stopped drinking and doing all kinds of other stuff before all this pot became legal. So I'm wondering if they're like, is it cheaper to be a cigarette smoker or a pothead now?
Probably cheaper to be a pothead. at
Yeah,
this
probably,
point.
right?
It's getting stronger, so it lasts longer.
I've done the research. Pothead for sure.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
how much is how do they do it again? Ounces and stuff?
Well, you can get like the gummies and stuff like that.
Yeah, what
now
is that
that's-
anyhow?
I don't know. I don't mess with this stuff.
Okay.
It's got
I
THC
get high on
in it.
life.
What's that?
It's got THC in it.
I know, but what is it like compared to like other pot? Like what is it?
It's a slower, gradual high that could hit you stronger. I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would put it at the difference of like maybe liquor, maybe wine and beer. It's like wine's a
gotcha.
little stronger.
There you
go.
The buzz is a little different.
Maybe this is a better question for your when you guys do your holiday show in Kensington.
Kensington, nice part of town down there in Philadelphia.
Going back.
I always like when they show like they put the sad music behind it, and I'm like, why don't you put some happy music behind it?
These guys are having a blast.
Yeah, I think they're having the best time of their lives.
Yeah, they're having
actually.
way more fun than I
It's
am.
the guy who owns the apartment in front of that the guy's shitting in front of that really is having a tough time.
Yeah, throw the Benny Hill theme in there. You brighten that up a little bit. Back to the burger. How do you get your burger cooked?
I like it medium well.
Medium well.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You
And I
cutting
like
it
a
in half?
left-handed chef. You don't ask when you sit down at a restaurant. You never go, is he left-handed or right-handed?
You cut it in half.
No, I don't do that.
You eat it, and then when you put it down, do you put it back upside down or do you put it back with a bottom bun?
He's not gonna like this.
Show me. No.
You know
What,
what I'm
what do you
saying?
mean? Do I put it?
Sometimes when you bite it and then you put it down like that.
No,
You
I
go-
had a father. Sorry, I'm deflecting now. So that really is one of your questions. Like one of you really thought, like, hey, what
Yeah.
else? What else is untapped on burger?
Yeah.
So why do you put it like that? Why do you do that? So
Well, Dave, let me get into
so
it.
that Slender Man doesn't eat it. What Philly the Mothman is coming for that burger?
The Jersey Devil will get you.
the
How about fries? You didn't even talk about it. I don't want to do your job, but how do you like them?
How do you like them?
I like 'em
Can I get?
crispy.
Yeah, you like them crispy. I
But
would
you guys
imagine.
probably like it with mayo on it, right?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to dip it in mayo. Are you anti-mayo?
No, that disgusts me.
Really?
And it goes bad quick, too.
Chicken salad, tuna salad,
None
nothing
of
like that.
None of that. No.
Egg salad,
Ugh, no.
coleslaw.
Yes.
There you go.
I love it in every hole. Go ahead. You guys are killing it with these questions.
Sarge's has a good coleslaw, but
Well,
it's
there you go.
a
This
vinegar
is,
slaw.
Is this a show or a love letter to Sarge's? I'm trying to promote a special here.
trying to make a connection with you.
No,
Hot cross buns, baby, on Netflix.
I thought we
Check
made
it
a
out.
great connection. I think that's awesome. I mean, like, let's face it. If you ever saw me on the street and I needed a meal, you'd know exactly what I want and what I don't want.
Get him the powdered soup, quick. You need
Back
a-
to those fries. What do you think of let's see, what's another Philly thing that you guys have what's another thing besides fries that you do there? What's
Soft
the-
pretzel.
Soft
The
pretzel's
soft
big.
pretzel is great.
Yeah,
a
soft
fan?
pretzel's
Oh
big.
my God!
You dip
But
it
you
in
never,
cheese?
you never buy it at a Wawa, right? Or you do?
No, yeah, of course.
I
They're
will.
good.
I will.
I thought it was just for the tourists. I thought you guys.
And
go
it
for it.
kind of is.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's not the super local thing.
So,
but
what do you
yeah.
think of our terrible pretzels here? Do they even sell them anymore?
Yeah, they do.
You don't see them that often.
That
though.
whole scene up here has gone down. Back
Yeah.
in you remember Sabret's, right? Sabret's hot dogs?
Yeah, I do.
The yellow and the blue. Those stands used to have Sabret's hot dogs. They made them in New Jersey. They were unbelievable. Now they just have the umbrellas. Those, the pretzels, it's all. I mean, there's a few around.
I will say that New York pretzels. I don't even know what we're going for.
Yeah.
but your pretzels are so great. So why? It's only a couple hundred miles
I've never
away. Why
understood
didn't it
that.
take over here?
I've never
I know.
understood that. It's crazy.
How do you guys make them? Like, will you tell us or not?
I mean, I don't have the recipe.
Talk about it off air if you want.
It's
We're giving away
proprietary.
secrets
Yeah.
here.
And there's some other. Oh, then the tasty cakes.
Tasty cake.
Now, what's your favorite tasty cake?
The peanut butter tandy cake.
Yeah, the candy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the double brown chocolate circles.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a
a
good
home
one.
run. I like the pies too, but that's a real fat kid thing.
That's all right.
What's yours? And do you like a sweet?
I love a good sweet.
You do.
Chocolate. I'm into
You're a
it.
donut man too.
I like donut.
We bumped into. I remember in Austin,
That's
and you
right.
were going to buy donuts.
Yeah, it was me and was Jeff with me? Because Jeff and I, we used to hit all these
I
donut
forget who
places.
I
It
might have
was
been.
you and Ian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, but that I'm telling you, these. You remember like Zombie Donut or Voodoo
Yeah.
Donut,
Yeah.
all these different places. Like we went to the original in Portland. Have you guys been out there? That's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
great helium club.
Yeah,
by the
Yeah,
way.
great
it's been to
helium.
Portland.
But like we were out there. We're like, what can we do now? So we went to this thing. It's in this very clubby neighborhood. It's actually. It kind of was said it's kind of runaway. It's run by runaways. That's what I thought. There's a lot of kids like with one name, like Elias and like Joshua, and they're like living there 24 hours because it's supposed to be open late. But I felt like their donuts kind of like played out a
Fell
little bit.
off a little bit.
Krispy Kreme seems to have rocked it out. But I like a good Entenmann's. I'm from New York.
Ooh,
I'm from
Entenmann's.
Long Island, where Entenmann's is from,
It's
and
the
they're
best.
and they're whatchamacallit, the chocolate chip cookies are great.
Yeah.
best.
And then actually their donuts with the weird, that thing that they do there.
the little crumb on top. You
I
like
love
that?
it.
Cookie
That's-
crumb or
The
whatever.
rich frosted chocolate's really good too.
I love it. And you know what? That's really what it's at. And they also have a really good what's the other thing there? Brownie. I mean, like, so they're doing all right. But I'd say Tasty Cake kind of is equal.
It's
if not-
close. Yeah, it's about the same. When you are on the road, are you doing any fast food? Are you doing
all of it
All of it,
because there's nothing
yeah.
else open.
I know it's brutal.
So
Do you
I
have
always
a
try.
favorite?
I take the locals out. I mean, I take the
Openers and-
my guys out.
yeah.
And we're always looking for like because I'll take them to like whatever's open. It doesn't matter if it's a good restaurant, better. But like it usually is like either Taco Bell or even worse. Like a
Yeah.
local version of that. But we eat a lot of like it seems like Tex-Mex is open late.
Sure.
What else is like? I always buy pizza for the staff, or usually I do. Like
You always bring candy too.
and I
very
bring candy.
famously.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I can always tell Mr.
Very
Attell's
generous
been-
man.
Very generous
Yeah,
man.
that's the.
Well, all I was gonna say is like I used to work at a club, so I kind of know how it is there, and like how like it's a make or break. Like you're hoping to make money. It's like we're the ones living a dream. They're the ones doing a real job. So
Even when I was hosting at New York Comedy Club, when I found out that you did that, when I was coming up hosting at New York Comedy Club on Friday and Saturday night, I would always grab a few bags of gummy bears for the
That's nice.
bartenders and stuff. Because off of your example,
He'd eat them on the way to the club, but still.
that's all right.
Give 'em
They
a
can-
half a bag.
They can lick the bag.
sorry, ladies,
But these young kids, they like the sour candies.
love the sour
big.
candy. You don't like
They
the
do.
sour candy?
Not as much.
What was your favorite candy bar growing up?
That's a tough one. The Clark bar, not the Clark bar, but they have like the ones with the peanuts in it. You know what I'm talking about?
With the
It's not a
peanuts in it.
Snickers, but it's really flat.
Payday?
No, I think it's
Mr. Goodbar
it's something like that.
or the
Whatever,
Hershey with almonds.
whatever it is. But I love that one. But I also just straight the chocolate kisses I think are really good too.
You're a kisses man.
But I'm so old, and I have to watch all that kind of sugar and all that
Of
kind of
course.
stuff. So I can't eat any of it. So I kind of get off by watching other people enjoy it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Clark Bar was all right.
Not bad. How about you, man? I'm curious.
I liked the Score Bar when I was a young man.
I don't know what that is.
Score bar.
Like a Heath bar. It was like a Heath bar.
Oh, there you
The
go.
Toffee.
Okay.
Yeah, Snickers right up the middle.
Mm.
Love a
Toffee
Milky
as a
Way.
kid is weird.
And what do you think of Rolos? Do you think that really
They
is?
suck.
Do we
That
need
was,
it?
Get outta
that
here. They
was for rich
stink.
kids. I never understood it.
The foil always fell apart too.
Yeah, and then it always somehow melted before it got where it was supposed to. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
no good.
Yeah,
When you do travel,
yeah.
a few cues here. Are you flying up front or do you in the back of the plane? Where do you like to go?
I don't care about any of that. I don't have any of that stuff set up anyhow with the miles and all that kind of stuff. I'm
You don't
really,
You don't
I'm
have
really bad.
miles?
I really don't care about it, or at least my travel person doesn't. I don't really know how to book a flight anymore. Like I have people help me out, and to be honest, I probably should do that, but I'd rather sit like anything but a middle seat. And if I am sitting in first class, if you guys get on the plane and go, oh, this guy from the pocket, it's because they bumped me up because I, paid so much for the last flight.
Yeah.
But I will only get bumped up on the most, on the smallest flights anyhow.
Sure.
Like
That 32-minute
like
flight to Buffalo.
Yeah. And I love that how look at how impressed are they going to be in Buffalo. Here I am, first class.
King of Tell.
Yeah, look at this guy.
And do you do an aisle or you do window?
Well, I used to do the window, but now I think because of my prostate, the aisle is probably better for everybody.
You like to and will you bring food on the plane with you? Will you bring a snack or anything?
I always bring, because I know I might get trapped on the plane, which is a smoker is our biggest fear.
You ain't
hours
lying.
and hours on a plane, you can't smoke. So I always bring gums and all that kind of stuff and snacks,
Okay.
But I try not to eat or anything,
Will you take your shoes off on the plane?
No, I would never do that.
Okay.
No, I would never do that.
It gets real serious. I would never do that.
You're probably going, what if we ditch in the ocean? And here you are
Now
bogged down.
Now you
with
got your heavy waterlogged shoes on, Dave.
Yeah,
like
good
that's
luck,
where it's
buddy.
And those boots look like they hold a lot of water.
Yeah, there you go.
Will you sleep on the plane? Will you fall
I
asleep?
used to, but I snore, and you can't do that anymore. When I was a drunk, I used to be the best plane sleeper. I'd be like, this is so great, I'm alive. And then I'd fall asleep, and then there'd always be the shaking. Are you all right, sir? Are you okay? But the best sleep I ever had on a plane, if you really must know, was when I was doing the USO tour. We were on a C-130 plane going from one place to another, and it's so loud in there. I'm like, finally, no one's going to hear me snoring. I'm laying on one of their racks or whatever it is. I'm snoring it up, but I bet you they all heard me. But it was still like the engine, like it was great.
Do you use anything like that when you fall asleep at night? Do you have a white noise machine or anything?
Fill in your own joke. No, I don't. I have I like air on me, so that's tough in hotels. I don't know if your fans agree with me, but like something happened during the pandemic where every air conditioner in every hotel doesn't really work anymore.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's either way loud, or it smells.
It doesn't get cold or something. Yeah,
something's happening there. It's like clinking or something like that. And then you get the guy come up, and when he comes up, it's fine. It's kind of like
It's one of
haunted.
those- yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I always like air on me.
Do you have a fan on you when you sleep at the house?
Sometimes.
Ceiling fan or regular fan?
That's a tough one. Let me see. Oh, right. It's kind of a side fan.
You know,
Okay.
put himself there. And do you have a hotel chain that you like? You don't stick with the hotel chain. It's just kind of wherever you land.
That's between me and China.
okay.
Yeah. Do I like one? I like any hotel with a laundry in it, so I can do my laundry.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's real road. Okay, buddy.
yeah.
All right, newbies. It's being really.
So
on
you're
the
there
road.
for the weekend.
No, like when I'm on, if I'm on a run, it's great when they have a laundry there because then you're like, cool, like a whatchamacallit, like Comfort Inn or something like that, or Suites, Embassies, where they have that laundry there.
You won't send it out. You'll do it yourself.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Do
got
you
nothing
send-
else to do.
Do you send it out though?
I will if I have to, but I'd rather just do it so that I got the laundry. It also is a great time killer,
Sure.
And what can I tell you? Like,
Will you swim at the pool at a hotel?
I'll do the outdoor, never the indoor, but I'll do the outdoor.
You'll jump in.
Hop
Yeah.
in the jacuzzi.
No, I usually just sit on the handicap lowering thing, like a lifeguard. No, I've never done that, but there's some hotels, especially West Coast, where like you got to get in that pool. It's so nice,
Sure.
And last time I was out in LA, I went swimming in the rain, so that was fun to do. Yeah.
Okay.
You like a sauna? You like a schwitz?
I used to do that, and they used to have a lot of that in the East Village.
Yeah,
where
there's
we-
still one
Yeah.
really good one, the Russian Turkish bath in the East
But
Village.
I think I know a lot of people that swear by the hot and then cold and then the beating with the birch branch. So I think that's a great health. You guys should do that. Like maybe have a podcast like that. Where
We're
saunas
getting
it
hit
up.
with fig leaves or whatever.
Yeah,
Sure.
Huh? You still have a DVD collection?
yeah, mostly old retro porn though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
And
know,
do you have a DVD player? Do you ever pop them in and?
no, I haven't in a while, but I at one point had the according to when I did Dave's Old Porn, which was on Showtime, and we had to get all the old vintage porn, so I had to buy it from the guy to actually use in the show.
Really?
And one time he said, I don't know how you did it, but you have the biggest retro porn collection this side of the Mississippi. And it always hit me like, wow.
Really doing
I'm like,
it.
who's the guy on the other side? Maybe we should meet and shake hands.
Who's the freak out west?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
You're creeping at the highest level.
Yeah, but like, what kind of DVDs do you guys have? Do you
I don't
have
think I have any. I have a handful laying around that have been in a shoebox that, like,
Yeah.
every time I move, it makes the move with me. But that's it.
See, I never knew that like this collecting thing would be so big because I had some that were like unopened, like just pure, whatever, perfect. And I was like, whatever,
Yeah.
But those are the ones that people want to buy and stuff like that, So resale, whatever it is, collectors.
Are you flossing every day?
I do, but I'm coming off my second root canal. So
Okay, you just had
yeah.
a root canal.
Yeah.
So you go to the dentist.
What
pretty
side
regular?
of the mouth? I mean, come on, do your
Yeah,
job.
we gotta have fun. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess back left molar.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing. Putting a tooth down, it's not like putting a dog. But no one ever talks about that.
Do you brush your teeth in the shower?
I don't.
Do you pee in the shower?
Not in my shower. No, I'm a good house guest. I don't do any of that.
Okay.
I mean, maybe that is a Philly thing. You want your team to do well, you take a good pee in the shower, right? But in New
Okay.
York, as we all know, everything is peeable on. Am I
You're
right?
not
Of
wrong.
course.
If it's outside, you can pee on it.
Who would you say? I mean, street life. Let's just keep it very open.
Sure.
Compared to Philly to New York, where do you guys honestly?
It's both aren't doing great at
Yeah.
the moment. Both have
Yes.
taken a turn for the worst. Obviously, I think.
Some real strong congregated areas in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I would say.
it's very certain parts are very dense, the Kensingtons and some of the downtown
Well,
areas. But so is here though as well.
I
When you go
hate
by
to tell
Port
you,
Authority, it's crazy.
when you go to the Wawa next to the what is it called, Liberty Hall. There's some gentlemen there who are not reenactors.
It's a little dicey.
These are not reenactors, okay, guys?
It's a little dicey.
Yes.
I can't believe the no points thing or the no miles thing with how much you travel.
I mean, and
but
you've
you
been
don't-
traveling for 30 years.
You're
Crazy.
racking them up regardless.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I keep dreaming of light rail, of a better way to go. I hate flying now. I really do. And I've taken some long flights, and I have to tell you that the worst part of our job is the travel. It just
Yes,
is.
it's
and
a
like
lot.
last year, and I know a lot of guys who were on the road, they were like, this has been the worst year ever of travel. And now you see what's going on with the equipment, as they say, with
Wheels
the
are
planes.
falling off and
all that
everything.
kind of stuff. It's like, this is really too much,
Yeah.
So I think if anything brings you down, it's the travel,
Yeah,
That's
and
something.
it's the talking about the food on the road, all that kind of stuff. That I can always live with. It's just the getting to the gig that really always
takes it out of you.
Yeah, that stuff lately has been going
How
around.
long have you guys what was the longest you ever had to drive to a gig? You're from Philly, so you probably how far?
Philly-
No, this is I think on the last tour we had like a 5 or 6 hour drive.
6 hour. I think we were going like Austin to.
We do a lot of one nighters, so we'll do like Wednesday,
Austin to
Thursday,
Oklahoma
Friday.
City. We do.
Yeah, well, Oklahoma, no offense, but and that Oklahoma City club, Tulsa, really great place. Another place incredibly hard to get to.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get there. So many connecting flights. There's only a few direct flights. So yeah, then you have to drive in between. I mean, I played a bunch of casinos out that way, and it's
Yeah.
always like, now you have to drive 5 hours again back to the airport.
Yeah,
you know?
it's tough. And are you driving? What is the closest? Well, I guess for you now, what is the furthest gig you will drive to? Because you're driving, right?
I drive some of them, but I'm on the plane pretty much, twice a month.
Well, you
I mean,
do-
twice.
Are you driving or does somebody else drive?
I'll bring guys who will drive. They won't let me drive the guys that I usually go with.
Okay.
Like
Is it your
Louis
car,
Katz or-
though?
It's my car.
No.
Yeah.
What are you whipping around in, if you don't mind us
I'm not
asking?
allowed to say, but I
Okay.
lease. I don't own.
You don't own. You
what
lease.
do you think of that? Leasing.
I'm a big fan of it. I'm leasing right now. My family always leased.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a lease man as well.
Get a
do
new
you-
car every 3 years.
Do you park on the street?
Yeah.
put mine in a garage because it got stolen. So
Where in Philly?
No,
here.
Oh, okay.
Right now I have it in a garage next to my apartment, but I will park it on the street if I have to.
All right.
Yeah.
Whoa, no one's forcing you to do anything here tonight.
Do you keep it in the garage?
Yeah. I keep it in the garage now. And I'm not a car guy like Seinfeld is known as a car guy. Sure. Leno is a big car guy. I'm not a car guy. You know, I just wanted to be like low maintenance because I really don't know much about cars. I remember once my dad, I was like, can you teach me how to change a tire? And he brought me through like 5 friends who had died changing tires, like, whatever, and he didn't put the thing right, and then now he's paralyzed and all that kind of stuff. So it was always like very terrifying changing a tire. You know what I'm saying?
Will you eat in the car? Will you?
I eat. I smoke.
Smoke in there?
I've whatever cleansed myself in there. We've all been in the car with the guy who's a real road comic. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Sure.
A lot of weird shit going on in that car. Yeah.
So no qualms about bringing the car back when the lease is up with smelling like heaters.
No, I don't care because if I have to pay extra, I'll do it. But I won't smoke in a hotel room. I won't do that if they won't let me do it. I smoke in front of the hotel room all night long.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you smoking in the apartment? In your house in New York? Yeah,
I do.
You smoke inside.
I own a place, so there you go.
There you go.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
In New York, that's what we're all trying to do here. Is
Very
own
classy.
something here.
Do you ever do any vacations now on your own? You ever go anywhere?
I have no desire to go anywhere.
Never go down to Florida or anything like that? Sit by the beach?
Nothing. If I get on a plane when I get off, I want to make some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's old school, baby.
That's right.
It's like a fucking coal miner.
I'm like a sugar baby. He better have some money when I get there.
What about Europe?
I've been there. I didn't think much of it, but no, I'm into history and everything like that, and that would be a cool thing to go and then take trips around and stuff like that. But I have to say, when I went, that was before the comedy boom, so a lot of people didn't even understand what comedy was. Like they were like, "This is it. This is what you guys consider entertainment." Now it's so cool to like comedy, but back then we had some rough shows, especially overseas.
Sure.
But the USO shows I've done, they were pretty good because those guys missed the US, so they were like into it.
They were really excited for it.
Exactly.
I mean,
it was me and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, who, by the way, are real they're into doing these things because the players can't, but they can, so they are out there whooping it up for the troops.
You hung out with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Well, I saw them at
the
event. It's not like I hung out with them.
Sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Will you dance at a wedding?
Will I dance at a wedding? You mean alone, like that kind of dancing, or
when everybody's dancing?
I'd like to think that I could slow dance with somebody, but when everybody gets up there, it would have to be really packed for me to feel comfortable.
Okay.
And the lights out.
And the lights are out. Plus, I have a bad knee.
Oh.
So, yeah, what happens there?
Do you own any suits or?
Yeah, suit jackets mostly. But when I had to have a day job, I had suits.
Okay.
I had to when I was a temp and stuff like that.
Can you tie a tie? You know how to tie a tie?
I do. Yes. I can. I could tie it on you if you'd like me to do it.
I like it.
That'd be a great one to go prove it.
What are you watching on TV? You have a TV show you like at the moment?
I don't know, guys. There's so many.
Are you just writing all day? You smoking and
No,
writing?
of course not. Everyone's always like, "Do you write all day?" No.
What's filling the day? You wake up.
All right. Well, I'll tell you if you give me a second. I get up. No,
I have nothing to eat.
No, yeah, I don't. All coffee and cigarettes. And I check all what I have to do, the news, and I'm a big news guy, so I do all that. And then the ideas I have, and then if I'm being really good as a comic, I'll listen to the tape from the night before and see if the jokes are working. So that's the job of comedy.
And I saw you. What are you recording on? An iPhone? Because you have a flip
I used
phone.
to have the real tape recorders.
Yeah.
And there was I remember it was always where you'd be like, "Oh man, I suck," and you throw it against the wall, and then it would have a rubber band on it. It was falling
together,
apart.
yeah.
And this thing really was being battered. It was oh my God, the abuse this thing took. But those were great because the recording, you have to listen to it because if you want to record over it, you got to listen to it. So it would force you. Now you can bank decades worth of tapes and never listen to them. So, but that was a good one. It's oh man, I want to record this, so I better listen to this. So that to me was always a big part of comedy, where you listen to the tape and then you can see where the jokes are, where they aren't, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to listen to yourself.
It's brutal.
It's very
It's
hard.
brutal.
It's very hard to get out of the fantasy of how
Even
you-
when it goes well, it did
it's
go
never as
well,
good as you
and you
thought.
and you went, oh man, I thought I
Oh,
suck.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
then
hate the sound of my voice.
where you put your tape, you can hear the whispers of the other comics, or just like somebody's
still
like,
doing that
he
bit?
sucks,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So I've,
guy's a hack.
Yeah, tons of that. But I would say the shows that I was watching, the one that I'm watching, that Masters of the Air. Have you seen that? It's on
No.
Apple.
Okay.
It's about you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
it's on Apple TV,
There you
right?
go.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then I'm watching Shogun. I started watching the new
Okay.
Shogun, which is pretty good. And comedy-wise, I think I'm behind the times on a lot of these comedy shows. I really don't like sketch or sitcoms that much, but I watch Rick and Morty and South Park, all those shows. from Genius.
Okay. Do you
So-
read it all?
I'm a reader, but I can't do it lately because I can't remember what I read. So
Fiction or nonfiction?
I'm a nonfiction only guy.
You're
History?
nonfiction only.
Yeah, a biopic, man. I saw the new Napoleon movie.
Okay.
That was a yawn. Yeah.
Didn't
Okay.
like it.
Did not like it. I love all the actors in it. I felt like it was like a movie waiting to start.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that was my review on that movie, Napoleon.
Huh? I mean, are
And
you
no one
playing?
ever uses that. This guy's a real Napoleon. No one ever really uses him. He was the tyrant too,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah.
I mean, look at him. What
I like a
Napoleon.
good documentary on Napoleon. He really stirred things up, man. It took a while to take him down.
Are you
too.
really saying that or
No, when the movie came out, I got excited about him, and I researched. I love like a good History Channel documentary.
I love the History Channel.
Oh man, they
Yeah,
used to
dude.
crank The Men Who Made America.
Oh,
They
that's
used-
a great one.
That's a great one. They used
That's
to
all.
crank them
That's
out.
all hate speech systemic now. Don't even look at it anymore. Get it out of your mind.
What are you thinking, Kip?
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough read.
I mean, if I'm
Oh,
calling,
are we done with the questioning? Do you want me to step out?
Dave, give us a minute, please.
Man, I hope I'm the new sidekick.
you're hired. Listen,
Have you ever been ghost hunting?
Yes.
Have you?
Have I stayed in a ghost hotel too?
Really?
Yes.
do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
You do.
I believe in that and UFOs.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No, I've never seen a UFO, but I have seen ghosts, or
Really?
I've been in the presence of evil. Yes, I have.
Oh, that just shook me to the
Yeah,
core.
I didn't like
Yes.
that
the
at all.
presence of evil.
Yes,
Do you want to tell us
I've
that?
lived in a haunted apartment.
We're in New York.
Yeah, in whatchamacallit in the 20s, and it was during the height of of our party, and we'd all be in my fucking place partying it up, and then there'd be a lamp moving, some shit like that, and
shit.
just crazy shit going on there. It was not the blow, it was not the booze, it was none of that. It was really happening.
and
Damn.
you stayed in the apartment. You didn't leave.
Do you like in New York? You have choices. Yeah, that was the place I could afford, and it was my apartment.
Listen,
so
it was roaches or ghosts.
It was, and then I was in another place with mice too. That was like adorable, almost the mice crawling around everywhere. But this place was haunted. Stayed in haunted hotels. Austin is full of these haunted hotels as well.
Yeah, I did one in Pennsylvania. It scared the. We did it together on a road.
Were
trip.
they
It scared the-
Pennsylvania Dutch?
they were just churning butter.
You could smell the pies.
Is the apartment that you're talking about where you felt the presence of evil?
Yeah, well, no, that's not true. They were not bad spirits.
Okay.
It was out in Idaho. That's where I could feel the evil. In the Idaho Hotel. Do you know about this place?
no.
I'm sure.
Are you choosing to stay at these places?
No, it's always some weirdo who puts you up there like, I thought you guys would like to stay in a hotel, like you're wacky, weird guys.
Lose it.
And it's like, I immediately, within 2 nights, I'm like, I'm going over to the Red Roof Inn. I want to see my evil. I don't want to feel it about me. But it was like terrible. People crying in the lobby.
I'm going to say this. I think he's classy.
He's pretty classy.
No, I'm not.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
man.
Damn it. I forgot about that part of the show.
I'm telling you, there's not really
Even with the miles.
the Miles thing. I mean, I don't know. You're above the not that you don't care about the first class. You're throwing your miles away. I mean, you're like a
Oh,
philanthropist at this point.
Damn it.
Philanthropist.
You're a good guy. You're.
The food stuff,
I
all
really
right.
wanted to be garbage.
The medium.
Well, you look it for sure.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, you read garbage.
That's what I thought. I thought it was
The
gonna be
medium
easy.
well burger. That's one thing.
Oh, damn it. I forgot.
I mean, but you like Entenmann's? That's all class.
Oh,
and
yeah, that was a little fruity. I shouldn't have. That's what I dropped my wall. I started trusting you guys.
There's not much.
With a big cold
right,
glass of
T-Bone?
milk.
Are we calling this right?
He's the classiest guy in two hats.
Oh,
There's no two ways about it.
God damn it!
There is a caveat.
I want to recount. Damn it!
Classiest guy with a flip phone.
Now, what does the classiest guy do? What does he get? A fingering with a glove? You put on one of those
The
long
long
gloves.
ones,
Yes. The opera is about to start.
Ladies
Well,
and gentlemen,
thank you.
Mr.
Yeah,
David
thank
Tell,
you.
the special is Hot Cross Buns. It is out on Netflix right now. Do yourself a favor. Get over there and check it out. One of the best ever.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys,
Please.
I've had so much fun, and honestly, your audience, honestly, I've seen them out, and we've talked about your show. After the show, I usually meet people, and they are on the mark with comedy, and that's thanks to you
Thank
guys.
you.
So thank you to the fans.
Thank you,
to
buddy.
you fellas. My man behind the monitor. No, thanks. Well, now
That's your new name.
Well, now this guy classy is going to be smoking a cigarette out on the balcony.
I know, he's itching
He
for
pulled out a Sig 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He's itching for a heater.
That's old school Hollywood. It's the old wrap it up sign.
Learn that from Carson.
Hitting you with
Thank you,
this.
fellas.
He's got the cue card in his hands. Kippy, what do you got for him?
Guys, we are the 2024 tour is starting. All tickets available at aregarbage.com. First run is Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, and Tampa. Get those tickets. We want to see
Great.
you out there.
Hot Cross Buns. David Tell. Check it out on Netflix. We love you. We'll
Thank
see you
you,
next
fellas.
week. Peace.